Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Michelle. This is Your Wish Fulfilled on YouTube, and on this channel, you guys, we focus on manifesting. We focus on clearing out and removing, negative blocks and restrictions and resistance and all that stuff. But really what we focus here on this channel is your feeling state, nourishing your feeling state and learning how to fill your own cup, okay? This is the ultimate power and the ultimate freedom, is to be able to feel loved and wanted all of the time, regardless of what's going on in 3D circumstances, being able to feel important and chosen regardless of what's going on in 3D circumstances. All right, so stick with me here on the channel, and you guys, we are getting ready to kick off the very first SP manifesting an SP challenge on this channel. Okay, I'm really excited for you guys because I'm going to teach you how, or what the things that I did to be able to manifest my SP at will every single time I've ever put any kind of effort into manifesting my specific person. Happens almost immediately. Okay, and there were some things that I have been doing even prior to learning about Neville Goddard and the law of assumption that set me up to have that ability. Okay, and so the things that I've been able to do regarding manifesting my SP is I was able to remove a third party. And this, this third party, it was a situation in the 3D that looked like, was real solid, everything that, my SP wanted and stuff like that. I was able in a couple of weeks of, employing the things that I'm going to be teaching you during this SP, Manifesting an SP challenge. It just took 2 weeks. 2 weeks of conscious effort. All right. 2 weeks of conscious effort. And, I was able to remove remove a third party and manifest my SP wanting to be with me and only me. All right, so if you haven't already and you want to join the Manifesting an SP challenge for September, I will link the Facebook group in the description box below. You don't have to join the group if you don't want to. I will be posting these videos here on YouTube. But if you would like to be in a community where you can interact with other people on this challenge, including myself, and I'm not going to be actively manifesting my SP. I'll be, the things that I'm teaching you in this challenge are the same things that you can do to manifest other things, okay? But yeah, you can ask questions, you can share your anything. You can ask questions in the group of me or just other people. You can, talk about your struggles, you can talk about, your wins, you can get encouragement. It's just going to be a really fun place to be, where you're going to be able to really nourish and pamper and, replenish your own feeling state. Because your feeling state really is all that matters. Every single thing that we do and don't do comes back to either an aversion to a particular feeling state, i.e. not wanting to feel something, or an attachment to wanting to feel something, right? An attachment to a particular feeling state. And so we really focus on cultivating and programming a feeling state within our subconscious that is going to serve as the base foundation where we're going to be able to manifest anything we want, not just an SP, okay? But yeah, I know a lot of people are kind of stuck right now on manifesting an SP, and rather than working against egoic needs, I'm going to work with them. But as you will see during the challenge, it's really bigger than your SP, okay? But I'm more than happy to start there with you, okay? So if you haven't done so already, you guys, go click on the link to the Facebook group in the description box below. Request to join. You will have questions that need to be answered, including there's something about agreeing to like group rules and stuff like that, group and admin rules, make sure you answer all the questions and then mark that as agreed. If you don't, it's set up so that you have, I think, like an hour or two to answer the questions and mark the thing as agreed. If you don't, like in an hour or two, unless I am able to catch it before then, your request will automatically be canceled. Okay, just keep that in mind. All right, so let's get going. So as you can see with today's video, okay, and this is part of the SP challenge, okay, manifesting an SP challenge. And no, you guys, there's not going to be any prizes for manifesting in your SP. Your prize is going to be your feeling state. You're going to be feeling so much better about everything in general, okay? You're just going to be feeling on top of the world regardless of what's going on in the 3D, okay? That's your prize. So anyway, we're going to be tending to your manifesting an SP garden today. All right, that's what we're going to be working on, and this is something that, you know, you'll want to work on as these weeds, quote unquote weeds, pop up. Okay, so what are we talking about as far as weeds go? So weeds are, so like the garden of your SP, the soil itself is going to be, you know, your subconscious mind, and the state of the soil or the state of your subconscious mind, your programming, is gonna be the way that your manifestations are gonna start to flesh out. So we really want to tend to your, you know, to your garden, your manifesting an SP garden, and make sure that your subconscious mind is primed for it. Okay, that your subconscious mind is going to nourish the seeds of the affirmations that you plant in, you know, the soil of your subconscious mind. We're really going to make it so that your subconscious mind is fertile, a fertile place for, you know, your affirmations and these techniques and sats and all of that stuff to be, you know, planted into. Because it could very well be, especially for those of you who have been having a really difficult experience with manifesting an SP, whether it is, you know, you haven't been able to manifest them at all, like you haven't seen them, haven't heard from them, haven't talked to them, haven't had any communication or contact for however many months, some of you maybe even years, okay? To those of you that may have contact and communication with them, but they're showing up like in a version, they are showing up as a version that is not what you're wanting to experience. In other words, you know, yes, you have manifested contact and or connection with your SP, but maybe they are very non-committal, right? Or dealing with third parties. Maybe they're doing the hot and cold thing, okay? So this is going to work either way. Doesn't matter if you haven't manifested them in at all, or if you have manifested them in, but they are not conforming to the version of them that you have in your mind where you're feeling loved. You know, they're showing up in a way where you're feeling loved, feeling wanted, feeling important, and stuff like that. Okay, so the weeds in this garden that we're going to be cleaning up is going to be any hang-ups that you may have about, you know, maybe love in general, relationships in general, any hang-ups you may have directly associated or related to your SP. Weeds are also going to be triggers, quote unquote, bad memories. And I have bad memories in quotations because honestly, the only thing that can make a memory good or bad is the feeling state that is attached to it, okay, the emotion that's attached to it. Otherwise, you know, if it's a neutral feeling, it may be like an unpleasant memory, but it's not really bad. Okay, so that's going to be a weed. So, I mean, we can't change. I mean, yeah, we can revise, and definitely that's something that we want to work on is, you know, maybe revision. And actually, you know what, we're going to add that on. Step 3 is going to be revision. Okay, when or as needed, applicable. You know, and you don't need to revise every single memory that you have, okay? But before we revise the memory, we want to dissolve the emotional charge that is currently glued to it, so that it's no longer a bad memory, it's just an experience or even just a lesson. Okay, there is no emotional charge attached to that memory that is making it a trigger or making it bad. Because if you have an emotional charge attached to a bad memory, you guys, that is in your energy field. Okay, so what we really want to do is to make sure that we get all of the weeds, which, you know, some weeds are going to also be negative feeling states. Okay, because feeling states, you know, thoughts and emotion can be both conscious and subconscious. And so we want to weed your garden of any kind of a feeling state, which, you know, a feeling state is a thought with an emotional charge attached. Okay, we want to weed your garden of any negative feeling states that may still be subconscious. All right. All right, so as far as weeds go, it's also going to be fears that you have related to your SP, you know, things that may or may not happen that you are fearful of, okay? Things like waiting for the other shoe to drop, something that the Bible calls evil foreboding, just, you know, negative expectation, worry, fear, stuff like that, okay? Anything related to your SP, negative expectations and assumptions as well. Okay, we're going to be weeding your manifesting my SP garden of all of these things. And this is going to be an ongoing process. Okay, so that's going to be step one. So we're going to, I guess I'll just go over the overview real quick, but we're going to actually go over each step so you know what to do. Okay, step two is going to be, after you're done weeding, which weeding is going to be releasing, okay, the releasing the wants process. We're going to replenish and nourish the garden, i.e. feeling it real, which is, I'm going to link a video in the description box below that is going to, because basically what we're doing, once we clear away the negative emotions that may be coming up through these hangups, triggers, bad memories, fears, etc., you know, negative expectations and assumptions, once we cleared the weeds out, we want to go back through and, you know, tend to the soil and replenish it, okay, with better feel good states. Okay, this is what Neville would call feeling it real. You want to conjure up and or nourish a feeling state that is congruent with the version of your SP or the timeline that you're wanting to be on with your SP. Okay, I'll explain till we get to that point. Then of course step three is going to be revision. I won't really talk about like revision too much. If you don't know what revision is, you can just simply do a YouTube or a Google search about revision, like revision Neville Goddard or revision law of assumption. Okay, I may touch on it a little bit on this video, but this is mainly going to be about weeding the garden and then replenishing and nourishing the garden once it's been weeded. Okay, all right, so step one, you guys.